Hey there. I recently found a quote that I saved a while back and I want to share it with you. Loving oneself isn't hard when you understand who and what yourself is. It has nothing to do with the shape of your face, the size of your eyes, the length of your hair, or the quality of your clothes. It's so beyond all of those things, and it's what gives life to everything about you. Your own self is such a treasure. I feel during the past 2 to 3 years, I had a major internal transformation. And I believe it's safe to say that many of us did. No matter how small or how big the change was, I definitely think there has been change. It doesn't matter if it was positive, if it was slow, if it was successful, if we took 2 steps forwards and 3 steps back. But definitely there were things happening. Today I want to discuss with you all the things that helped me making this internal change and this very slow but very good transformation. While on the topic of self-care and self-love, I do believe that mental health ranks right at the top. And with May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. That is spelled H-E-L-P. I feel currently we are all experiencing, whether we like it or not, tremendous amount of change, stress, and the unknown, which can easily bring on the feeling of overwhelm, anxiety, and even depression. For me, last year was especially tough because around this time I lost my mom in Italy and I wasn't able to travel to her services. BetterHelp is a platform that offers online professional therapy with a licensed therapist. You can talk to your therapist on a private online environment via a phone call, a video, or a chat, all in the comfort of your own home. BetterHelp is a network of over 20,000 licensed therapists, therefore giving you access to the help you need that might not be accessible in the area you live in. It's very simple to sign up. All you need to do is fill out an online questionnaire that addresses your specific needs, and in less than 48 hours, BetterHelp will connect you with a licensed therapist. Now, should you not feel like you're a good match with this therapist and you do not vibe, you can request a change at no additional cost. If you have been considering therapy and are ready to give it a try, you can now get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp by using my link in the description box below. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring us today. And now, back to the video. We often are our own worst critics. We judge ourselves in the most brutal ways, so violently. We would never dream to speak to someone else like that. Why do we do it to ourselves? We unknowingly reinforce our limiting beliefs. We do so much damage to ourselves. In the current self-love movement, it seems also superficial. Take a bubble bath, do a face mask, have a glass of wine. While I believe that feeling good is great, I think this qualifies more as self-care. And self-love is so much more than skin deep, although the two go easily hand in hand. During the past year, I started practicing more mindful and intentional acts of love toward myself. And I wanted to share them with you. Hopefully this inspires you. And I also would like to hear from you. How do you practice self-love? I believe for anyone, including myself, that is starting this journey, it's gonna take some serious work. I started on putting myself first, instead of everyone and everything else like I used to. I did that for so long that when I started prioritizing myself, I was overcome with a feeling of guilt that fortunately started subsiding over time. With that came self-judgment, and self-judgment is so toxic. I gave myself small breaks from self-judgment, and someone gave me a beautiful exercise to do. So I'm gonna share it. Take a picture of yourself or look at yourself in the mirror and speak out loud 2 things that you love about you. Suppress the urge to be negative and to look at the flaws right away. Just think that you are uniquely you, and that is beautiful. Repeat as needed. With losing my mom, there was a lot of regret, and I had to learn to forgive myself for mistakes I made, let go of regrets, and learn that if there is a lesson to be taken from something, take that away from it, but leave the past where it is and move forward. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but like anything, it's gonna require some work and intentions. And I found this beautiful quote that I think it's very appropriate. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. I find this to be so true for many of us. I also learned to trust myself and let that guide me. A side effect of this was to learn the difference between being kind and being nice, and neither of them mean that you're weak. Think about that for a moment. I slowly started embracing my little perfect imperfections, this curated social media reality and idea of perfection that we live in can be absolutely suffocating. And letting go of that was very liberating. As a very nostalgic and romantic person by nature, I had to learn to stop living in the past or the future, but rather just be in the present. I now routinely check in with myself emotionally. I take time to really listen, acknowledge, and I don't judge. I am a lot kinder to myself. I can also be firm and strong when I need to be. Finally, I gave myself permission to be happy and to show it. I stopped caring and comparing. My life, after all, is so different than yours, as your life is different from everybody else. With some persistency and a lot of patience, I found myself to have developed a better relationship with myself. After all, change is a constant in our lives.